Hello guys, this is Jay, and in this video we're building a QR code generator in Python. So sit back, chillax, and let's start coding. Now our first step is to install our PyQR code and our pillow module. So go to our terminal here, pip install PyQR code. I want to show you requirements already certified because I have this module already installed on my Python. I'm going to also do pip install our pillow module. I'm also going to show requirements already certified. Now then we're going to import our PyQR code. So say import PyQR code. Then we're going to also import, or we'll just say from PIL. This is the pillow module. We're going to import our image. Then we're going to also import Tkinter to create our GUI for our QR code. Then we're also going to create our window. We're going to create a variable named window, which is going to be equals to tk. This is our Tkinter module. Then we're going to create our geometry. Say window.geometry. That's the geometry of our Tkinter. It's going to be 300 by 350. Then the title of our window.title is going to be J-code QR code gen. Then we want to create a label. This label is just a write-up on our window. So it's going to be on our window. And it's going to have a text. We want to give it a text. I want to say, let's create a QR code. Create a QR code. And it's going to have the fonts of, it's going to be an area. And the font size is going to be 15. And it's going to be in italics. Let's just put it in a bracket so it doesn't give us an error. Yeah. Now I'm going to pack it to the padding of the y-axis, which is padding y, which is going to be equal to 10. Now this label is the widget that displays the text on the window, and then now you can see we give it a font and a text. Then we're going to pack it to the padding of the y-axis, which has a vertical space around the label. So our next step is to create a variable named data, which is going to be a string variable. Now this line stores the text from the entry box. I'm going to talk about the entry box later on this code. Now I'm going to create another variable named QR label, QR underscore label. This is going to be equals to our label and our window. We're going to make it an empty label for now. It doesn't going to have any write-up or any text or any font. And it's going to also have a padding to the y-axis, which is going to be pack. I'm going to also pad it in the y-axis, pad the y, and it's going to be equals to 10. Now this is the label that will display the QR code after it is generated. That's why the label is empty until we generate the QR code. That is when you will be able to visually see our label. Now let's create our QR code. Let's say creating a QR code. Now we're going to actually create a function that creates this QR code. I want to say create QR code. Then we're going to create a text variable, which is going to be equals to our data.get. Now this variable, we're going to retrieve the text entered by the user in the entry box. Then we're going to create a variable named QR, which is going to be equals to our PyQR code.create. I'm going to create the QR code from the text variable. So this line is the line that creates the QR code. It's going to look at this text variable, and the text variable is gotten from the data that the user is going to enter into the entry label. Like I said, we want to talk about the entry label later on this code. And when the user enters into that entry label, it's going to generate the QR code for that link or a text. Now I want to convert the link or the text or the QR code to a PNG. So I'm going to say qr.png. I'm going to give this QR code a name. It's going to be my qr.png. I'm going to scale it to the size of 6. Scale is going to be equals to 6. Now this code converts the text into a QR code and saves it as a code in a PNG format, or let's say PNG image. Now I want to give it another label. I want to say label, and it's going to be in the window once more. I'm going to give it a text, and this one is going to display QR code generated successfully. And it's going to have a foreground color of green, which stands for good. I'm going to pack it once more, and the pack is going to have a padding to the y-axis of 10. So guys, before we go to the next step, can you like, share, follow this channel, drop a comment in the comment section. Now I'm going to create a variable named display QR underscore QR, and it's going to be equals to our PIL dot image dot open, and we are going to open our PNG, which is my QR dot PNG. Then we are going to actually resize the display of our QR code, which we're going to say display QR is going to be equals to display QR dot resize. I'm going to resize it a size of 200 by 200. Then we're going to create a variable named photo that is going to be able to convert this photo in a way that Tkinter can understand. So it's going to be equals to image tk.photo image. And we're going to use the display QR variable, which is the variable housing the resized QR code. Now we're going to configure our QR label, the label that we created earlier that was empty. Now we're going to configure it, and we're going to put in our image once more. And our image is going to be equals to our photo. That's the resized photo. Then I want to say QR label dot image is going to be equals to the photo. That's the variable. Now, as we see, this display QR PL dot image or open, this is the one that opens the saved PNG file. Then this line, the next line, resizes the PNG file so to size into our window. Now this line converts our resized image so that Tkinter can understand it and it can display on our Tkinter window. Then this line updates our empty label that we created earlier. Then this line keeps the reference so that when it uploads on our Tkinter window, it saves, it does not delete it. Now the next thing we're going to do is to create another label that is going to show that our QR code has been displayed. So we're going to create this label on the window once more, and it's going to be a text. We're going to put a text there, and our text is going to be equals to QR code created and displayed. I'm going to set the foreground color to green, which stands for success. I'm going to pack it. So I'll pack here, I'll pack it. Now I'm going to create an entry widget or an entry field. I'm going to say entry. This is a class in the Tkinter module, and it's going to be on our window once more because everything we're using just one window in this our script. It's going to be a window. I'm going to put a text variable there. our text variable is going to be equals to data. I'm going to give it a font. Our font is going to be Arial 12. Now I'm going to pack it once more. Now we're going to create a button widget, and our button widget is going to come from our Tkinter class, our button class of our Tkinter, and our button is going to be on our window because we have just one window. I'm going to give our button a name. The name of our button is going to be create, and the color of our button, the background color, is going to be set to blue. And the command, we're going to give this button a command, so when it clicks it, it does a specific task. The command now is going to be our QR code function, which is create QR code. Move the bracket. Now we're going to pack it once more. I want to add a padding of 10 to the y-axis. Now we're going to run our GUI loop. So we're going to say window. Remember, the name of our GUI is window.main loop. Now let's run the code and see. But before we do that, can you like, share, drop a comment in the comment section. Now let's drop a link. Let me put the link to my Facebook channel, and let's create our QR code and see what happens. Yeah, guys, this is our QR code for my Facebook channel. Remember, if you have your phone, just kindly snap and scan to check out my Facebook channel. So guys, this is it. This is how you create a QR code generator app using Python.